Okay, so today we are going to look for the actual syllabus of advanced programming concept. Okay, in the last lecture, just we have gone through a quick overview of the syllabus, advanced programming concept. And in advanced programming concept, we are going to learn the Python programming language. Okay, uh, before that, in last lecture, I shared the prerequisite course test, right? So I wish to go through that test first. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, from here, through drive, right? Is screen visible to all? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, this was the test, and 61 students have responded the test last time. Okay, including both A and B division. Okay, fine. See, out of 61, here is the result analysis. There are 7 students who got 20 out of 20. 18 there are 14 students out of 61 who got 18 marks out of 20. 7 plus 14, that is 21. Now 4 students got 17 marks. Okay, and like 6 students are there. 1, 4, 4, 3, 7, 11, and 3. There are 4 plus 4, 8. Okay, now if you go through the analysis, almost out of 66 students, sorry, 61 students. So here for 1 plus 4, 5, 9, 12, 16, 19 plus 4, that is 23. So out of 61, 23 students who scored mark up to 12, that means up to 60%. Okay, the remaining students are getting marks more than 60. Okay, we will discuss the questions now. See here. Okay, I will release the score. Maybe you will get your score in your email. Just check your email IDs for the score. Okay, now I will discuss the question one by one. See here. The first question was, which of the following is an output device? So who will tell me first, what is output device? Yes, anyone? Can you tell me output device?
Monitor.
Yes, the device which is used to display something. Okay, so we call it as an output device. Now, in this case, there are options: keyboard, mouse, visual display unit, and the scanner. If you use like keyboard, it is not used for displaying something. If you press any key on the keyboard, it will be get some message. It will travel some message from like your event, that is key pressing. that particular key is going to be typed on your if you are using the WordPad, so it will be get display. तिथे काय होईल, त्या कीचा जो काही इव्हेंट असेल, and let's say if I press now K button, so instruction is given to the your computer, your processing unit. So the user has pressed K button. Now if there is certain operation based on that button, so it will be performed. Now for K button there is no any operation, it is simply a alphabet. But as like if you check the keyboard, there are certain buttons like caps lock, shift, control, alter, enter button, backspace, insert, home, page up. Okay, so every button has its own meaning. So when you press such buttons, that instruction is given to the processing unit, and if there is certain instruction, so your processing unit will execute. Okay, so like this keyboard, mouse, these are what input devices. Scanner, whatever the things you wish to stored in a soft copy, so you just need to use that device and you need to scan your hard pages to the and it will become a soft copy. Okay, so that means again it is taking input from your side. Okay, so the correct option is visual display unit. Is nothing but there is other name for this visual display unit, your monitor. Okay, now so this is about the first question. The second question, which of the following is an input device? Plotter, printer, visual display. These are nothing but plotter is one of a printer. Okay, plotter is दूसरा क्या असतं की त्याला दुसरं नाव काय आहे? Printer. Visual display, just now we have checked, it is used to display. So the remaining option is mouse. So there are options like left click, right click, and the middle button is there. Okay, so every button has a different meaning. When you press a out of any three button, so it will perform some task, some event, and based on that event, CPU will provide the action. So the correct option was mouse. Then next is central processing unit is located at a system unit. It is not there in the hard disk. Hard disk is used to store your data. Data store करण्यासाठी hard disk use करतात. Central processing unit, it has a component in system unit. Memory is altogether different, and monitor, so it is not a part. It is simply just used for to display. Next, which of the following is equal to gigabyte? This gigabyte is nothing but, yes, it is a unit. It is a storage unit. Okay, as like we are having the units for to measure a distance like kilometer, or we will start it from like millimeter, then we have something as a centimeter, then we have something as meter, then kilometer, right? So likewise, to store a data, we are having this byte as a unit. Now how it goes? So it starts with bit. 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. 1024, 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobytes. 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 gigabyte. Okay, so sorry, 1 megabyte, and 1024 megabytes is equal to 1 gigabyte. Okay, so this is what the unit. So if you go through this, the first option 1024 bytes, it gives 1 kilobyte. Okay, but the question is asking there for gigabyte, so this will not be the option. Then we have something like 512 GB. So obviously it is not come under this event. Okay. The next 1024 megabytes, yes, is equal to 1 gigabyte. Okay, and 1024 bits, there is no again such unit. Okay, so the correct option is 1024 megabytes. Now the next question is, what is the full form of RAM. So only two options are given to you: remote access memory, and second is random access memory. So there is no such thing as remote access memory. Okay, with this short form, we have random access memory. Which of the following numbers is a binary number? Binary, that means, see, the computer doesn't know about any character or any special symbol or anything. What computer understand is a language of zeros, combination of zeros and ones. Okay, कॉम्प्युटरला कुठली भाषा समजते? हे फक्त which is in the form of 0 and 1. Okay, now you may be like worried. इथे जे काही तुम्हाला दिसतंय, then which of the following number is a binary number? See, then how it is written over here, as this computer is don't know about this. For every letter, see, for W, there are some ASCII values are associated, and these ASCII values are again converted in the form of zeros and one. Okay, so there are different combinations like zeros and ones. So it will give you the ASCII value, and with this ASCII value, you will be able to identify the character. There is a different ASCII value for capital W, and there is a different ASCII value for small w. Okay, I will show you here. ASCII value table or ASCII table. Okay, check now here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now we are talking about ASCII values. Okay, if you check, this is what a capital A. If you check the cursor here, I am scrolling it down. Okay, character. If you check here, heading as character, and here is a capital A. If you go to the left hand side, decimal. So what is the decimal value of this character A? It is 65. Now, if you check to the rightmost column, there is a small a, and what is the ASCII value for this is 97. Okay, are you getting this? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thanks. Okay, so for every, like if you have mentioned a word in a capital or a small, for from that word, for every character, it has the different ASCII values, and those ASCII values are again converted to the binaries, which is binary in the form, let's say zeros and one, which understand to the compiler, or you can say which understand to the system. This is what a system language, which is in the form of zeros and one. Okay. So the correct answer for this is the last option, 0 and 1. 1 and 2, it is not. 0 and 0.1, this is again not. 2 and 0, it's not a binary. 0 and 1, it is a binary language. Then next question was a C program which are converted into machine level language with the help of, yes, the correct answer is the compiler. Okay, the compiler is converting your this all this is what which is understood to us is called it as a high level language. And when we communicate with the system, these lines or these words are converted into the combinations of zeros and one. So who are converting this? The compiler. For every programming language, we have one compiler. And what is the task of that compiler? To convert a user understandable code into machine understandable code. Okay, so for that we required compiler. Then next is the standard ANSI C recognize dash number of keywords. So how many number of keywords are reserved keywords are there in C programming language? So we have total 32 keywords in the C programming language. Okay. Now there is next question. C is dash type of programming language. While discussion in the last lecture, that time also we have discussed C is nothing but a procedural language. Procedural in the sense the compilation is happened in a sequence of lines. That means first line is get scanned, then second line, then third line, then fourth and fifth. Okay, what is happening here in the object oriented? Based on the sequence of object is being called. So at that time, it is not going with only that sequence of like scanning the complete program. It goes with execution will happen as per the sequence of your object, which is being called during the execution. Okay, so that things are not happening in the C programming language. So we called it as C as a procedural language. Okay, now next question was correct way of commenting multiple lines. Okay, for that I will go to one compiler. Okay, I will go to C compiler. Okay, if you check it here, main.c, that means I'm using the C compiler. Okay, is screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now check. See, this is a program. Here is a run button. When I click on the run, it will give me the output. Because I have used here printf keyword. The use of this printf keyword is to display, correct? So whatever the things you have added in the double quote, it is going to be displayed. The question we have, it is related with commenting multiple lines. So for that you should know first what is single line and what is multiple line comment. Okay, and why comments are given. Comments कशासाठी देतो आपण? We are going to give the comments only to give extra information for about your program, or if you have add some extra function here in the program. So about this, see, if you have saved this program, I need to go from this line to up to the last line, then I will come to know the program is written to display hello world. But what if I mentioned here as this is okay, if instead of going through all the lines, if I mention here, this is hello world program, so which is suitable for you? मग तुम्हाला कुठलं म्हणजे प्रोग्राम अंडरस्टँड करायला लवकर होईल? ही एक लाईन तुम्हाला is sufficient to understand the program, or do you used to go through all the lines from the program? Yes, anybody?
Comments line.
Comment line, yes. with this comment line only, you can easily recognize the program is talking about hello world. Okay. Now here I mentioned 2 slash. Okay. These are forward slash. Okay. सी प्रोग्रामिंग मध्ये 2 फॉरवर्ड स्लॅश जर दिला तुम्ही कुठल्या लाईन्सला तर ते असते सिंगल लाईन कमेंट. सी व्हेन आय रन द प्रोग्राम again I will find the same output, but I have mentioned comment, and this with this single line comment म्हणजेच काय, it gives me only the overview of the program, but it will not be displayed in, or you will not find here it in my this thing, my output. हे मला आउटपुट मध्ये दिसणार नाही. It is just for an information. Okay, this is a syntax of writing a single line comment. Use काय आहे कमेंटचा? To give extra details about any procedure if you have written. Let's say, okay, I will write comment here. Printf function is used to display. Okay, now if anybody don't know about for what reason I have written this printf function, so with this I can easily come to know printf function is used for to display the contents. Okay, if I run the program, this comment line will not be appear, but I can recognize, I can understood for which reason this printf is added. Okay, so use कळालं का तुम्हाला comments कशासाठी वापरतात? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Now there is one more type. If you used to give a comment, now we'll discuss it. // okay, and it ends with */. So whatever or what are the number of lines you wish to include in the program, in the comments you can include. Let's say as a student I wish to give my roll number for the program. Let's say my roll number is 100. Here I will give division to specify my identity. Let's say A division, or it may be like B division. Then name, let's say, okay. And here I'm having the program title, program name. Okay, or you may give here as department, let's say mechanical. Okay, now आता ह्या multiple lines, multi-line comment काय द्यायचं? See, for every line you need to give double slash. If I have not given this, okay, see, if you have not given a comment line and if you try to execute, it will raise an error because this you have not declared anywhere. Okay, so you have to give some comments. आता आपण कुठलं बघितलं? सिंगल लाईन कमेंट. If you give single line comment, so you need to give a single line comment for every line. कारण ह्या सिंगल लाईन कमेंटचं मीनिंग काय की त्या लाईन मध्ये for that row only, if you write anything it will be under this comment, but if you move to next line it will not be a part of your previous comment. You need to give a separate comment line. Okay, but if you have like many functions in your program and you have like a much descriptive part for every function, so for every line making comment is not a good practice. So to avoid this, what we have, the concept multi-line comment. It starts with // and it ends with star and slash. If you run the program, see, you will get the output. But along with this, as a faculty, I can understood the student whose roll number is 100 and belongs to division A from mechanical department. He has implemented a program Hello World, and this is the program. And here in the right hand side, I'm getting the output. Are you getting this? A difference between single line comment, multi-line comment, and why comment comments are used in the program. Yes, are you getting this?
Sir, once again in Marathi, sir.
Okay. Instructions ज्या सिक्वेन्सने दिलेले असतील तर त्या सिक्वेन्स मध्ये तो प्रोग्राम काय करेल, एक्झिक्यूट करेल. पण कधी, ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही इथे कमेंट्स प्रोव्हाइड करणार त्यावेळेस. इफ यू डोंट गिव्ह द कमेंट, compiler will raise an error because it not follow the syntax. Okay. Okay, now have you got about why to use comments?
Yes,
Comments का यूज करायचे समजलंय का?
yes, sir. Yes.
ओके. आणि त्याचे टाइप्स काय आहेत आता, की सिंगल लाईन कमेंट आणि मल्टी लाईन कमेंट. जस्ट नाउ आय हॅव डिस्कस विथ यू, इफ there is only one line, it is always good to have a single line comment. But if you wish to have like a descriptive part, like here I dig out some like roll number, then division, name, department, program name. If I use some other specific function here in the program and I need to mention it here, so it will increase in the number of lines and it is not good. असं प्रत्येक वेळेस डबल लाईन कमेंट देणं, it is not a good practice. Okay, so if I have 100 number of lines, are you going to give 100 this, are you going to type 100 into 2 because I need to press 2 times that forward slash. So 200 times, are you going to press the 200 times this forward slash tab, forward slash button तुम्ही 200 वेळेस प्रेस करणार आहात का?
No, sir.
No. So for that there is other provision. We called it as a multi-line comment. And how it is given? Forward slash star star and it ends with star and slash. याच्यामध्ये जे काही तुम्ही लिहिणार, it will give you yes as a multi-line comment. Okay. How many of you are using WhatsApp? Everyone almost. Correct? Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
you are writing some messages. If you check, I have written over here a message. I will show you. Or for time being, can you check your WhatsApp message? The link I shared you for this way for the lecture. मी तुम्हाला लेक्चरची जी लिंक शेअर केली आहे ती एकदा बघता का? Okay, I think it is logged out. Okay, so have you checked? बघितली का तुम्ही लिंक?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So if you check, I mentioned there. Okay, just a minute. Okay, here it is. See, join, and I have made it a highlight. If you check, मग हे हायलाइट करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय करता येते, you are going to give 1 star and after this yes you are going to give 1 star. Correct? हे तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व केलंय का?
What, sir?
ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही व्हॉट्सअप मध्ये मेसेज टाइप करता, when you are going to type message in the WhatsApp chat. Okay, so if you wish to highlight something, हायलाइट करायचं म्हणजे काय, you are going to make bold. So bold करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय यूज करता?
Star.
त्या okay,
Star.
correct. Star before the start of that word and after the word, right? So it will give me, yes, it will give me only that selected part, म्हणजे जिथे स्टार ने सुरुवात केली आणि जिथे मी स्टार ने एंड केलाय. So it includes between the stars whatever I have written, it will be a kind of bold letters. Okay, are you getting this? समजतंय का?
Yes.
Similarly, here we are having for the comments. जे काही आपण स्टार सॉरी फॉरवर्ड स्लॅश आणि स्टार ओके फॉरवर्ड स्लॅश आणि स्टार याच्यामध्ये जे काही आपण लिहिणार आहोत तर हे काय होणार आहे हे पूर्ण कमेंट मध्ये असणार आहे. ओके आर यू गेटिंग दिस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I will now move to next question. So here, see, if you check the option, the question is there for which one is the comment multiple line. Now, if you check here, it starts with slash and star. Okay, the correct starting syntax is correct. But if you check, it ends with semicolon. So हा part काय झालाय? Okay, if I move to again program, and here if I don't end this, इथे जर मी हा कमेंट और मल्टीलाइन जर मी एंड केलं नाही तर काय होईल बघा, सगळा प्रोग्राम काय होईल कमेंट मध्ये जाईल. That means when I run, it will not execute anything. It will give me some message unterminated comment. म्हणजे काय की इथे काय झालंय तुमची कमेंट लाईन स्टार्ट झाली बट इट इज नॉट हॅव सम एंड टर्मिनेशन कंडिशन इथे नाही. ओके सो I need to terminate it. So first option is incorrect. Now the second option, double slash. Just now we got to know double slash is given for a single line comment. So this is not the correct option. Now go to third line, slash star, and it ends with, again if you check it here, star slash. So this is the correct option. And if you go to the last option, only slash is mentioned, so single slash is not used in the comment line. Okay, so we have correct option, slash star and ends with star slash. Okay, now there is a operator. Plus plus operator is used within a loop, increment the value of variable. It increments the value with 1. Okay, and there is one more operator, minus minus. It decrement the value with 1. Okay, for an example I will show you quickly here. Okay, see. Is equal to, let's say 10. I am having one more variable, let's say b, and here b is equal to plus plus a, and here I'm going to display it. Value of a equal to value p. Okay. Oh, I forget to make semicolon. Okay, now check here. A, is screen visible to all? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see here, I have initialized, I have declared variable a which is of type integer, and I have assigned the value as 10, and I have initialized one more variable b. Now I have written here b. This equal to is nothing but assignment operator. what is the use of the assignment operator? The use of assignment operator is to assign value from the right hand side to the left hand side operand. जे काय तुमचे right hand side ला operand असेल, we call it as a operand. Okay, on the both sides of assignment operator, this we call left and right operands. So whatever the operands are there from the right hand side, the value of that operand is going to assign to the left hand side operand. Okay, म्हणजे इथे काय होतंय की राईट हँड साइडला जे काही कॅल्क्युलेशन्स होणार आहेत याचा रिझल्ट हा या लेफ्ट हँड साइडच्या ऑपरेंड मध्येच म्हणजेच काय इन अ सिंपल लँग्वेज ह्या व्हेरिएबलला तो असाइन होणार आहे. नाउ चेक, I have assigned 10 to variable A. Okay, now what I did on the next line ला मी काय केलंय, B is equal to plus plus A. This plus plus is going to increment 1 in the value in the previous value of A. A variable ची previous value काय आहे 10. So I'm going to add 1 in the value of A variable, that is 10. 10 plus 1, that is 11. And this 11 is going to be stored in the B variable. Okay, 11 is going to be stored here in B variable. And simply here I'm going to display which is incremented value of variable B is 11. Okay, are you getting this? समजतंय का? Hello.
Sir, A na, there is B value.
Yes.
Incremented value of B.
No. See, मी व्हॅल्यू कशाची इन्क्रीमेंट केली आहे? व्हॅल्यू मी इन्क्रीमेंट केली ती ए ची व्हॅल्यू इन्क्रीमेंट केली. बी ला मी इथे काही व्हॅल्यू दिली का? Do I have assigned any value to variable B? No, I have not assigned any value to variable B. I have just initialized variable B, which is of type integer. मी काय केलंय की B हे व्हेरिएबल फक्त इनिशियलाइज केलंय की जे इंटिजर टाइपची व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करेल. ओके, मी ऑपरेशन्स कशावरती करतोय? ए व्हेरिएबल वरती की ज्याची मी व्हॅल्यू ऑलरेडी असाइन केली 10. त्याच्यामुळे मी इथे मेसेज काय लिहिलाय, the incremented value of A, because I am not doing anything with the B. मी B हे व्हेरिएबल कशासाठी यूज केलंय? टू स्टोअर द ऑपरेशन्स परफॉर्म ऑन व्हेरिएबल ए. ए वरती जे काही मी ऑपरेशन्स करणार आहे तर त्याची व्हॅल्यू मी स्टोअर कशामध्ये करतोय, ही बी या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये करतोय. येते लक्षात? सो इथे मी आउटपुट करताना काय घेतलंय, बी हा व्हेरिएबल घेतलाय की बी या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये माझी इन्क्रीमेंटेड व्हॅल्यू आहे ए या व्हेरिएबलची. समजतंय का?
Yes.
Correct. See, one of you have mentioned in the chat box correctly. The value of A is stored in B variable. Correct. Updated value. Okay. Now, as like I mentioned here, plus plus is going to increment the value of variable with 1. We will check one more. Okay, I will make it here. One more sentence. B is equal to minus minus A. Okay, to check the decrement. म्हणजेच हा आपला इन्क्रीमेंट आणि डिक्रीमेंटचा कन्सेप्ट पूर्ण होऊन जाईल. Okay, now instead of this I will use the word decrement value of A, and here I am going to put. Now can you anybody tell me what is the value of decremented A?
10.
Okay, this slash n is used to go for
9.
next line. जर मी मायनस मायनस केलं, मायनस मायनस इन द सेन्स आय एम गोइंग टू डिक्रीमेंट द व्हॅल्यू विथ 1. मी एक नी व्हॅल्यू काय करणार आहे, कमी करणार आहे. कोणाची? तर इथं जो मी ऑपरेंड दिलाय ए व्हेरिएबलची मी काय करणार आहे, एक नी व्हॅल्यू कमी करणार आहे. सो कॅन यू टेल मी व्हॉट विल बी माय आउटपुट?
10.
Yes, any other guesses?
9.
Okay, if you have guessed a lot, so we'll run it. Now just check. Why it came 10? Because because we have already incremented the value of a with 1. Now value of a is not 10, it is 11. If you check here in the output, what we are doing, we are decrementing by 1. म्हणजेच डिक्रिमेंट आता कशातून होणार, तुमच्या इन्क्रिमेंटेड व्हॅल्यू मध्ये, म्हणजे आधी तुमची इन्क्रिमेंट झाली. सो 11 minus 1 होणार and it will give me the 10. But if I directly implement this, जर मी हे इन्क्रिमेंट न करता जर डिक्रिमेंट केलं, then I will get 9. Check. Okay, are you getting this? Are you
Yes.
getting this?
Yes, sir.
Because here the value of a variable is 10. Now here 10 minus 1, 9, and it will display the 9. But what happened in the previous case? See, I have made a use of comment here because I don't want to execute these two lines. ह्या दोन लाईन मला execute करायच्या नाहीये. Okay, म्हणून मी काय केलं, ह्या दोन लाईनला, if you check here, I have made a comments. Okay, now I will remove it again. Now check here, it first increments. Now a becomes 11, and here I am going to decrement with this decrement operator minus minus. So it will not take now 10, it will take 11. 11 minus 1, that is 10. Okay, so I think you are cleared with this increment and decrement operator. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, is the B variable compulsory to take up? Is necessary of B variable here?
No, no. You can directly put here a plus plus.
A plus plus.
इथे तुम्ही a plus plus सुद्धा घेऊ शकताय. But to
Okay,
make things very simple, काय होतंय की डायरेक्ट जर तुम्ही व्हॅल्यूज असाइन करायला गेले तर त्यावेळेस काय काय वेळेस कन्फ्युजन होतं. ते अवॉइड करण्यासाठी जर तुम्ही सी in very first I think in last lecture I already told you, don't write direct 100 lines of code. Just start with one line, get it execute, then write second line, or write one module first, get it execute, then go for the second module, then execute, and then third module and fourth module. So if you take the example of a calculator, implementing a calculator program, don't write 100 number of lines at once. Just check whether addition is doing well or not. पहिल्यांदा चेक करा की addition चा program execute होतोय का नाही. Then go for subtraction. If it works fine, then go for multiplication and division with static value only. म्हणजे मी एक तुम्हाला एक छोटासा डेमो देतो इथे. Let's say b is equal to 20. Here I will add one more variable. Let's say c. C is equal to a plus b. Okay, and here here I will write c. Okay, I will change the message. Addition is equal to c. Okay, now I will go with this. I will run the program first. Now I will check 10 plus 20. Yes, 10 plus 20 is doing c. It will store the addition 30 into c variable and it display. Okay, that's great. Now I will go and I will check again minus, and I will change the message here also. Subtraction is equal to c. Yes, it also doing well. Then I will go here. Then I will go for multiplication, and here I need to change the message. Multiplication and division. Okay, 10 into 20, 200, and b divided by a. I have made it purposefully. B divided by a, that means 20 divided by 10. It gives me 2. Okay, now these things are working fine, but कॅल्क्युलेटर मध्ये हे नेहमीच a इज इक्वल टू 10 आणि b इज इक्वल टू 20 असतं का? नाही. त्याच्यामध्ये काय असते, इट इज डिपेंड ऑन द युजर. मी 10 + 20 करेल, but if I give calculator to you, what you will do? You will do, let's say 50 + 60. Okay, that means I need to write a code this way. Sorry. Enter number 1, or enter, instead of this, first number is equal to, and here I'm going to store the value into A. Similarly, I will do it for second. Enter second number, and I'm going to store it values in B. Okay, and the rest thing is same. Here I will just initialize the variable A, B, and C. Now when I run the program, okay, it asks me enter first number. Let's say now, as like the ordinary person, I used 50, then 60. Okay, now check 50 + 60, 110. Subtraction, -10, multiplication, 5 × 6, 30, and 2 zeros, 3000, and division is 1. Now why it comes 1? If you divide 60 by 50, okay, 1 point, it will give you some answer. I will give you the correct answer. $60 divided by 50. Answer किती येते? 1.2. But why it gives only 1 here? इथे एकच का दिलाय?
We not use float.
Yes, can you repeat it again?
We didn't declare float.
Yes, correct. See, what C we have declared is of type integer. And there is, let's say, for this you need to understand there is a data type system. For numeric, it is divided into two parts. One is integer full number or whole number, and others are a decimal number. ओके, नंबर सिस्टीम ही 2 कॅटेगरीज मध्ये डिवाइड झाली. फर्स्ट कॅटेगरी कुठली आहे की तुमची कंप्लीट नंबर सिस्टीम, म्हणजेच काय की ज्याच्यामध्ये डॉट और डेसिमल पॉइंट येणार नाही. अँड वी हॅव सेकंड नंबर सिस्टीम ॲज सेकंड टाइप ऑफ नंबर सिस्टीम विच इन्क्लूड डेसिमल. डेसिमल म्हणजेच काय की पॉइंट मध्ये जे काही असतात तुमचं, चेक दिस एक्झाम्पल, ह्या टाईपला काय म्हणतात डेसिमल नंबर पॉइंट सिस्टीम. अँड जस्ट माझं मी फक्त लेट्स से लाईक दिस वे, दिस इज व्हॉट वी कॉल्ड इट ॲज अ कंप्लीट नंबर, होल नंबर. तर होल नंबर हँडल करण्यासाठी कुठला डेटा टाईप आहे आपल्याकडे? इंटिजर. आणि हे जे काही फ्लोट व्हॅल्यूज आहेत, सॉरी डेसिमल नंबर सिस्टीम, लाईक दिस वे. ओके, पॉईंटमध्ये जर पॉईंटमध्ये जर व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करायची असेल, वी हॅव फ्लोट डेटा टाईप. ओके, आर यू गेटिंग दिस? आणि मी इथे आता काय डिस्प्ले केलंय की इंटिजर टाईप. सो इट विल डिस्प्ले ओनली द कंप्लीट नंबर. जो डेसिमल नंतर जो काही येतोय, इट विल नॉट डिस्प्ले इट. ओके, अँड फॉर दिस रिझन इट गिव्स मी अ कंप्लीट नंबर ॲज अ डिव्हिजन 1. समजतंय का?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ओके, नाव आता आपण ह्या पॉइंटकडे कशासाठी आलो होतो की हाऊ टू राईट अ कोड. कोड कसा लिहायचा. सी, दिस इज व्हॉट अ कॅल्क्युलेटर. आता याच्यामध्ये सी इथे काय होतंय की ॲट अ टाइम सगळे ऑप्शन्स एक्झिक्यूट होत आहेत. बट नाव इट्स माय चॉईस whether I want to go for addition, whether I wish to go for subtraction, multiplication की division. हे सगळेच मला करायचे आहेत का? नाही. याच्यापैकी मला कुठलं करायचं आहे? लेट्स से मला जर फक्त डिव्हिजनचा करायचा असेल, ओके, मग त्याच्यासाठी मला ह्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये अजून काय ऍड करायला लागेल? स्विच केस नावाचा कन्सेप्ट, इफ यू रिमेंबर. तर त्याच्यामध्ये जर मी ऑप्शन दिला की 1 नंबरला ऍडिशन आहे, 2 नंबरला सबस्ट्रॅक्शन आहे, 3 नंबरला मल्टिप्लिकेशन आहे, 4 नंबरला डिव्हिजन आहे. मग when I give as like this व्हॅल्यू ॲज इनपुट, चॉईस मी ज्यावेळेस इनपुट देईल त्यावेळेस फक्त काय होईल, ॲडिशन डिस्प्ले होईल. इफ आय गिव्ह चॉईस 2 then it will display only subtraction. If I give choice 3 it will display only multiplication. येते लक्षात? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
हा, पण याच्यासाठी मी एकदम पूर्ण कोड लिहिल का? नाही. मी प्रोग्रामचा कोड कुठून लिहायला आणि चेक करायला सुरुवात केली? स्टॅटिक व्हॅल्यूज. I have declared the values for variable A and variable B. I checked whether it is working fine, this addition module. Yes, it works fine. Then I have written the same case for subtraction, multiplication and division. When I get a confident, yes, these things are working fine. Now I have added some more part in the program. Instead of taking the static value, that means a declared value for the variable, for a calculator user may enter any value and for those value I need to perform these operations. मग त्याच्यासाठी then I have changed the program where I required to make changes and I have taken value from the user. Now I come to know, oh, I don't want all the operations at once. Then what I need to do? So easily I come to know, I have learned one concept which is called as a switch case. So if I use the switch case over here, WITC switch case, and here the switch variable, and everything here I need to include in the in switch case. मग याच्यासाठी मला काय करायला लागेल? केस 1. Okay, case 1 is doing this addition operation. Similarly, case 2, case 3, case 4. Then also I came to know ki ह्या 4 केस देणं sufficient नाही, because if by mistakenly if I press 5 or 0 where I have not given any choice, जर मी इथे choice 1 लिहिलंय, 2 subtraction, 3 multiplication आणि 4 division साठी, but जर unfortunately if I press 5 or the number which is greater than 4 and the number less than 1, that is 0, जर मी 0 किंवा 5 पेक्षा 4 पेक्षा जास्त जर एखादा नंबर मी प्रेस केला, then my program will not work, because इथे चॉईस मी किती घेतल्यात? 1 2 3 4, करेक्ट. तर त्या केस हँडल करण्यासाठी पण मला काय यूज करायला लागेल? आय हॅव वन कीवर्ड हिअर, default, and here I'm going to use the message your choice is incorrect, or enter choice between 1 to 4. Okay, if I give any choice apart from 1 to 4, the program will raise me a message, enter choice between 1 to 4. Okay, then I will come to know की मला 1 ते 4 मधलेच ऑप्शन्स द्यायचे, then and then I will get my required answer. ओके, येत आहे का लक्षात? प्रोग्राम करताना तुम्ही एकदम सगळा 100 नंबर ऑफ लाईन्स कधीही लिहू नका. जस्ट break down the program into small pieces, check whether it is working fine. If it is working fine, then go for the next. Okay, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so we were here on plus plus. So plus plus, it increments by 1. Like some of you have given it increments by 10, incremented by 2. Okay, so just now we have checked it is incremented by 1, and minus minus it decrement by 1. Okay, which next question is which function helps output the values to the screen? Okay, just now we have checked the example in C programming. So this scanf, okay, here I use this C++ language where cin is used to take value from the user. In C programming language, scanf function is there, okay, to take value from the user. just a minute. Okay, so scanf function and cin function. Scanf C मध्ये यूज करतात, cin function C++ मध्ये यूज करतात. Then we have to take value from the user. Okay, not to display but to take value for the program. This get character, okay, this is again used to take value from the user but which is in the form of character. की user कडून तुम्ही व्हॅल्यू जे घेतायत, लेट से इथे ह्या टर्मिनल वरून, ओके, once again I will run the program. Okay, see, I will remove this. Okay, आता इथे if you check the output here, it requires my something input. Now it may be in the form of number in the sense a complete number, or it may be a decimal. Okay, or it may be in the form of character or single character, or it may be in the form of like a complete word. Okay, तर युजर कडून ज्यावेळेस आपण एक कॅरेक्टर हे इनपुट करून घेत असेल, ओके, तर त्याच्यासाठी कुठल्या टाइपचं फंक्शन्स यूज करतात? फॉर दॅट वी आर युजिंग गेट कॅर फंक्शन. ओके, टू टेक value from the user in the form of single character. So we are using get char function. No doubt scanf is also doing the same thing. Scanf ने तुम्ही integer, float, character type चे value scan करून घेऊ शकतात, but specifically to the very specific, this get character is taking value in the form of character, a single character only. Okay, त्याच्यामध्ये integer value ह्या येत नाहीत. Now the next remaining, the question was to display the function output the value to the screen. The remaining part printf, C program मध्ये printf, C++ मध्ये cout. Okay, जसं आता आपण बघितलं cout. Okay, so these things are used here to display output to the screen. And last question, what I expected is, like, how many of you are having the laptop for the practicing the program? Out of these 61 responses, so 70% student don't have laptop with you. But as you are okay, it's fine, but as you are going through the lectures online, so you are having the smartphone in your hand, and that is fine for me. Okay, if you go through this, I have some here, the links for online compiler. Okay, I will copy this link and I will post it here. Okay, I'm going to update this, upload this PPT in your study material. So these are the links, not limited to this, but there are many more online compilers are available where you can perform your practicals, the problem statement, which we are going to discuss. See what I have planned. We will learn one concept as like just we discussed, increment. What is the operation of increment and what is decrement? After this explanation, here I will demonstrate you how to execute your program, and I will provide you the link which is there already in the PPT, or if required in during the lectures also I will provide you. You just need to click on the link and you need to perform at the same time. ज्यावेळेस माझं explanation करून होईल, I will give you some time, let's say 4-5 minutes. You need to perform your experiments and you need to send screenshot to my number. Okay, is it fine for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because if you don't practice it, maybe you will forget. That thing should not be happen. नसतंच मोबाईल घेऊन बसलोय आणि पायथन प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेज शिकतोय. It will be like you will understand for that time, but if I move to next lecture in the next week, you'll forget the things. So if you practice it, you will remember something. Okay. Now this was there for the preview or prerequisite. Now we will start. We have still 15 minutes. We will start with the syllabus. See, for this, we'll start directly with the chapter. Unit number 1, we are having as introduction to Python and computer programming. Here in this 15 minutes, I will just give overview of computer programming, and in the next lecture by second week or the next week, we will start with the Python. Now, is everyone looking here at the screen? Yes. Are you looking at the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now the contents of the unit. The first content is what is Python. Second, what are the different types in or the flavors of the Python program. And in this, we are going to see a basic program, a very basic program in Python. Just like a hello world, a program in C language, a basic program, hello world, or you can say the welcome program in the Python. Okay, only these 3 bits are there in the first chapter or the first unit. But here, what we need to understand the basic concept related with the programming, how the programs are executed, how compiler works, how interpreter works, and the remaining bits like what is Python and basic Python related things. Okay. So with this, I will start with the definition first. So can you tell me what is computer by looking at the screen? Yes. Just go through the word and the definition. A computer is nothing but an electronic device which manipulates the information or a data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and the process. It has the ability to store the data, retrieve the data, and process. So what do you understand by the word store, retrieve, and the process? Stored, retrieve, आणि process म्हणजे काय? स्टोअर म्हणजे जे युजर कडून येईल ते तुम्ही एका हार्ड डिस्क मध्ये, हार्ड डिस्क इज यूज टू स्टोअर द डेटा. ओके, नाउ व्हॉट डू यू अंडरस्टँड विथ द वर्ड रिट्राइव? रिट्राइव म्हणजे काय? येस, कॅन एनीबडी टेल मी व्हॉट डू यू अंडरस्टँड बाय द रिट्राइव वर्ड? रिट्राइव म्हणजे काय की परत घेणे. आता परत घ्यायचं म्हणजेच काय? व्हॉट I wish to retrieve that need to be already stored in the data. हार्ड डिस्क वरती ते आधी काय असलं पाहिजे, स्टोअर असायला पाहिजे, अँड दॅट इज वी आर गोइंग टू रिट्रीव. जर ते तुमच्या सिस्टीम मध्येच नसेल, टेल मी हाऊ यू आर गोइंग टू रिट्रीव. सो फॉर दॅट फर्स्ट the data must be available in your system. From the available data, what you need, let's say I will minimize the screen and I want to retrieve what are the contents, or I want to retrieve the PPT, the presentation for today's lecture. So I know there is a mechanical folder on my desktop, so I will go here and here I will find the exact file, unit number 1. Okay, and which is I'm going to deliver it by today. Okay, now just check. Okay, if I click right click on this screenshot, in the last lecture I have taken your attendance through this and I have stored here in the mechanical name folder. If I right click, if I goes to property, see from my hard disk where it is stored, it is given the location. In the C drive there is a user folder. In the user folder I am having the admin folder. In admin there is a desktop folder. in desktop folder, I have one more folder as mechanical. If you check, you can zoom your screen. तुम्ही तुमच्या स्क्रीनला थोडंसं झूम केलं तर तुम्हाला हे क्लिअर दिसेल. Okay, and how much space is required to store this one screenshot? It takes almost 188 kilobytes. Okay, if you multiply into 1024 bytes, you will get these many bytes. Okay, so this is what the unit of the byte is, nothing but a basic unit for storage. And when I store this file, Saturday 16th October. So if you go to the calendar, that means I have taken your attendance with the help of this screenshot, and it is stored. It is taken on 16th. That means last Saturday. Okay, with timing. And when I have accessed, परत हे मग कधी access केले? If you check it here, 1 minute ago, म्हणजे मी हे आता तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन करताना ही फाईल मी ऍक्सेस केली. Okay, this is called as a retrieving process. I have stored it, and for like to give demonstration to you to retrieve operation. So this is the thing. की कुठल्या लोकेशनला आहे. First the data need to be stored, and if the data is not available, you cannot retrieve it. Okay, so the things like store and retrieve. Now next is process. Processing I will tell you later when the executions happens. Like in okay, now just we have performed the operations like addition, subtraction. A is going to be stored somewhere, the value of B is going to be stored somewhere in the memory, right? And based on the stored value, I'm doing the process of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and the values are going to be stored here in the some memory location which is allocated to C variable. Okay, so this is nothing but a process of data. Here I have explained you only in the form of the arithmetic operation, plus minus into and division, but there are other part of the data processing, data mining we called it as. Okay, so it has again a vast area, but you should understand for what reason computer is built. It's an electronic device which manipulate information or the data, and it has ability to store, retrieve, and process the data. Now we'll move to next term, programming. Programming is nothing but a set of instruction to execute a specific task. एक task execute करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय करता, set of instructions लिहितात one after the other, and for that we called it as a programming. Collectively I have mentioned here, it's a process of designing and building an executable computer program to accomplish specific here I have made a collective of both computer and the programming. And the next one is a Python. Python is nothing but like you maybe imagine it's like an anaconda or snake part. Okay, it's a programming language, or you might be heard about, it's a scripting programming language. Python is a scripting programming language. Okay, now we'll move to next window. Okay, I just want to know whether you are aware about the computer system. So can you tell me what is this? Where I am moving the cursor?
Printer.
Okay, so I will attach some label to here. Okay, this is a printer. Okay, now what is this?
Headset.
Great. Good. Now what is this part?
CPU.
Good. Yes, you are doing well. Then what is this?
Keyboard.
Good. Here it is a keyboard. Sorry. What is this?
Mouse.
Yes. Very frequently used part of your computer system. Okay. Then what is this part?
Speaker.
Yes. Correct. And what is this?
Monitor.
Yes,
Monitor.
also we called it as a visual display unit. And what is this part?
Scanner.
Scanner.
Scanner, correct. It is required to scan your documents, maybe in the form of photos or like PDF files or sorry, in the printout pages. Okay. And lastly, the remaining CDs or the DVDs. Okay, now we can say that CDs and DVDs are nowadays are out of date, because we are having the USB port for the pen drives. In a very small device, we can have maximum data, maybe in the form of like 128 GB or hard disk 1 TB hard disk. Okay, so these CDs and DVDs are using in a previous era. Okay, maybe if you have the computer system at your home, you will find no space for the CD or DVD drive. इथे CD आणि DVD drive साठी एक space आधी असायचा, but the latest version of computer system, they are not providing with the CDs and DVD drives. They are having the USB ports for attaching your pen drives. Okay, so with this, I get to know you are much familiar with this, the components of computer system. This block diagram, we will look into the next lecture, how exactly the things happening in the inside this computer system. If you give some input, how this output, how this input data is processed and how it is displayed. Okay, so with this, we will stop here for today's discussion.